Hey guys, welcome back for another video. I'm Paige and today we're going to be discussing my May wrap up. So let's get started. So if I'm going to be completely honest here, I didn't do so well. March, April, I hit a snag in my big plans to read, like, I guess every book in the world. I don't know what my end goal was here. And, yeah, it kind of catastrophically failed. For the most part, I guess I got more books done than, like, I guess a normal person would. But to me, it's kind of a disappointment on how many books I actually did get done. I actually don't even remember all of them, so I have my phone here to help me figure out or remember which books I finished. At the top of the month, we have Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. Absolutely love this book. It was a 4.5 out of 5 star for me. It is an Anastasia retelling set in space. It was beautifully done, so much diversity, so much sci-fi, I loved it. If you're looking for a new release from 2018 that I would think that you would definitely need to read, it's this one. You have to get this one. And then I also finished at the top of the month Scythe by Neil Schusterman. And I gave this one a 5 out of 5. I really loved it too. It was sci-fi as well, I guess, but it was more of a dystopian. But it was beautifully done. Loved the writing. I didn't think I would, but it drew me in. I would also recommend that. He just came out with Thunderhead, and his third one's going to come out in 2019, I believe, so definitely go check out that series. Then I finished a series that I started like a couple months ago. It is the Life as We Knew It series. So I finished books 2 through 4. So I finished The Dead and the Gone. This is book number 2. It takes, if you know what book 1 is about, this is the same format as in book 1, except it is from Alex Morales' point of view. And I gave this one a 5 out of 5. Loved the book. I didn't think I would love a journal format dystopian as much as I did, but I did in Life as We Knew It, and I really did in The Dead and the Gone. It just worked really well for that type of book. The follow-up to that one is This World We Live In, where Miranda and Alex kind of join in. This is from Miranda's point of view and her journals. It's not as long as what I would have thought it would have been, or would have preferred, but I did give it a 4.5 out of 5. Still wonderful. And then I finally finished the series with The Shade of the Moon. This does not take place from Miranda or Alex's perspective. Instead, it takes place from Miranda's little brother's perspective, John. He's a teenager in this one. It's still in the diary format, but this one I didn't enjoy as much. It didn't feel like it belonged with the rest of the series, so I gave it a 3 out of 5. Also, at the beginning of the month, I had 3 Kidlit exchange books that I do not have with me anymore. They are Nice Try Jane Sinner by Leanne Oelke. O-E-L-K-E. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I really liked it. Again, in journal format, which I've been kind of digging lately. It is a contemporary, so if you're looking for a cool, punky contemporary style, journal style book, that's your book. I also read Sneaking Out by Chuck Vance. I gave that a 3 out of 5. It's a mystery. I just didn't feel like it was that good of a mystery, but I mean, it was okay. Then I read League of American Traitors by Matthew Landis, and I gave it a 3 out of 5. The premise was good, but I felt like that there could have been a lot more done with it than what was done. And I forgot about this one. I also read Thornhill by Pam Smee. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It was so cool. Okay, so this book, you can tell how much I liked it when I say it, when I start off like that. This book is actually like split. It is part graphic novel and then part journal entries, and it works so well together. The past is told in journal format, the present is told in graphic novel format, and they just mesh so well together. And it's a middle grade, but I would recommend reading it if you're like an adult or a teenager. If you have like a couple hours to spare. I think it was like 500 and something pages, but it only took me like 2 hours to read. So if you're looking for a quick dark read, that book, Thornhill, is the one that you should get. And then during the weekend, it was like the 14th and the 15th, I hosted a readathon with my friend Tristina. I managed to read 3 books during that readathon. I read Gunslinger Girl by Lindsay Ellie. I gave this one a 4 out of 5. It's like a sci-fi dystopian book, a reimagined what if for like a second Civil War type book. It was actually pretty good. I really enjoyed a lot of the aspects of it. If you're looking for a Western style book, I would recommend that one. I also read These Shallow Graves by Jennifer Donnelly. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I loved it. Oh god, I love the deckled pages. This is probably my favorite mystery, YA mystery of all time. It was beautifully done, beautifully written. I loved it. I literally couldn't put it down, and I had to host the readathon, so I had to put it down. I was not happy about that. But yeah, I got this done. I got this thing done in like 4 hours, and I think it's like 5. No, it's like 405. It's like 489 pages, something like that. It's in the high 400, and I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then this is where the month started to take a nosedive. It started with Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. I have already posted my rant on this video. So I gave this a 1.5 out of 5 stars. God, I have a rant video. I'll link it below if you want to go see it. I can't start talking about this book, or else I'm going to rant again. And then following the disappointment that was Zenith, I read Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins. I gave this a 2 out of 5. It was very middle grade. The writing was very simplistic. The shock value of the sex scenes was not very shocking. It really could have just done away with that and been a straight middle grade read. The magic wasn't explained. I could just go on about my rant for this book, and I'm actually going to make a rant video maybe about this. So yeah, I'm very disappointed in this. Following Rebel Belle, I just finished Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. Again, this was another disappointment. It is a 2 out of 5 star for me. Lord, where do I start with this book? I really thought this was going to be as good as Daughter of the Burning City, but I was wrong. While the writing is very... is more like adult theme, which I really enjoyed considering the last 2 books I had read before this. The magic wasn't explained. There was a lot of issues. The characters are one-dimensional. They're not very likable. I struggled through this book, and if I wasn't reading this for a book club, I would have DNF'd it. Seriously. Then I finished during the weekend Bonfire of the Vanderbilts by Gerald Everett Jones. This was okay. It was a mystery about this painting. It really was like an art lover's book, I guess you could say. Like if you love art and you love art history and stuff like that, this would have been the book for you. This is actually perfect for any art lover. I'm not that big of an art lover, and so I couldn't connect well with this book. Then I moved on to Poison's Kiss by Brianna Shields. I read this for Kidley Exchange. I actually had to order this this copy of this book so that I could read this because someone stole the first copy of the book, and we only had the second copy. So I read this one. It was okay. I gave it a 3 out of 5, but it was a very hard 3 out of 5. I really couldn't connect with the characters. The plot was confusing. And also I have been hearing that this book might have been plagiarized, which has yet to be proven, but I take that very seriously. So I don't know what to do about it. If it does come out that this book was plagiarized, I probably will reduce my score down to a 1 out of 5, because it's unethical to plagiarize someone's work. So then after I finished Poison's Kiss, I started Poison's Cage. Again, another 3 out of 5. Again, I couldn't connect with this book. It just, I don't know, there's something wrong with the plot, the characters, the writing style. I just can't connect to it personally, and I don't know if it's me, or if it's the book, or if I'm having a bad month. I don't know. And then lastly was Reality Gold by Tiffany Brooks. Another 3 out of 5. It was okay. The pacing was a bit fast for me. There were a lot of characters to keep up with, and blatantly I was very confused throughout it. It's a Survivor book, but it's more like the TV show Survivor. I don't know. I think I'm having a bad reading month. I really do. I'm going to start May with Sky in the Deep, and hopefully I come out of my slump, because I did not like over half of the books that I read this past month. So yeah, if you have any tips on how to get out of reading slumps, or you know, any really good books that might help pull me out of it, leave their suggestions down below, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye!